Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Oh, no, that's not plugged in. Okay, well, hopefully the battery lasts long enough. How's everyone doing today? It's Tuesday. And I don't have chat up. I can't see you guys. Can you see me? Am I live? Did I hit the live button? I hit the live button. Good, we're live. Cool. We are live. I think we're live. Are we live? Let me know if I'm live. I'm live. I can see myself. There we are. We're good. How's everyone doing today? Stream Elements bot is here, so we're good there. Get the music going. Why are you? Don't need the fan. There we go. We are live. So yes, today is part three of the RatRig build. Where we left off, we got this tank of a frame built, and for those that are curious, yep, it does support my weight. This thing is beastly. So we are going to carry on. Z, or Gantry. I don't know what's next. I should probably pull up the manual. Hello from Florida. Hello there. So we're carrying on with that. So let me pull up RatRig B Core 3 manual. And then also, what else? Oh, no, not that manual. Not legacy manuals. There we go. B Core 3.1. Oh, enclosed 3.1. Enclosed 3.1. That's right. We got the enclosed one here. Close. So we did that. Linear rails. I think that's where we left off. So yeah, so we are going to carry on with the build for this. If you're curious about what tomorrow or this weekend's video is about, there's a peek in the oven, and you might be wondering why there's two AMSs on the bench. You'll see why. And then also, hey you, yes you, I'm talking directly to you. You know who you are. Do you want some filament? Is your filament shelf has an empty spot? Do you want to fill that empty spot? Well, guess what? Every stream we give away a spool of filament from Polymaker. Link in the description. You're gonna win it. That's right. You are gonna win it. So go enter so you can win it. By building a hydrant. Yes. I had to actually dig out my my original AMS that they sent me, because I have the V2, but because they're on V3, I had parts break on the V2, so I did the fix, which involves printing stuff and gluing it on, which worked, but it prevents me from doing the Hydra upgrade easily. So I dug out my original AMS, which is the V1, which it doesn't matter because we're upgrading it. So I got the parts printed, so we'll see how that goes. Gary gifted a community membership. Cheers. And then also, today is Tuesday, the 28th of February. I don't know what I have planned. I'm just realizing this, like I realized this morning. Tomorrow is March 1st. I know that's how calendars work. Tomorrow is also technically the 1 year anniversary of me quitting my job and becoming a full-time YouTuber. So I'll probably do something Friday. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure. I have a resin machine here that I was planning to unbox Friday, but I've already got it out of the box. But we might do something Friday. I don't know. Just impromptu hangout or something. That might be the theme. Dragonflame, get to 5 community memberships. Cheers. But yeah, time flies when you're having fun. So, gotta clean my desk. We might end up doing, we might push off the V0 and do the resin on the Saturday, and then Friday I might treat you all to a screw sorting, heat set removal, and room organizational stream. Just because. We'll see. What is this cable from? That's a future Taylor problem. So yeah, is that a second AMS? Yeah, I got two. They originally sent this one with the bamboo, the X1C originally, but then when they realized the Gen 1 AMSs had issues, they sent everyone who had the pre-production version, which is the V1 one, they sent us V2 ones. So that's that. As far as I'm aware, the only difference is the injection molding. This is the one that has like the issue that cracks really easily. But that's good because I'm taking it apart anyways. So that is that. So organization. Yeah, what organization? We have an it's organized chaos. So anyways, that's enough about those. Hey, it's RatRig Tuesday. So shout out to RatRig. Again, this kit that we are building off of, I gotta move the camera over. There we go. The kit we are using for this build was sent to me by RatRig. There's no contract, they're not paying me. Everything I say is my own opinion. They just sent the kit and that's it. It's a V3.1 200 millimeter and it's the enclosed variant. Also, shout out to Mandalaroseworks. He sent one of their Gucci beds with the magnets, and in the future probably some other stuff for upgrades. So check out both those and the links in the description below, and shout out to them for helping support the channel. So yeah, so we are on linear rails. That is where we left off, and we cleaned all the rails. So we did that last week. Okay, so I've already cleaned them all. I've greased them all. They might have a little dog hair in them by now. Yeah, they'll be fine. Did you hear that? The doggo? Nope, not the doggo. Anyways, so we've got the rails. I did my own thing. If you don't know how to clean a rail, I guess you could just follow their advice here. I've done a million billion rails by now, so I just did it my own way. But it looks like we have to prepare the rails. So let's see here. We need to. So are all the rails the same length? Let's see here. We got long. Okay, so we got two short rails and the rest are long. So I'm assuming the short rails are my Y. Why else? And the long rails are my Z and X. So, okay. Yeah, so they got 3 long rail, 2 short rail, and then the X rail, which, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So we need to take off the ends, put in all the M312 screws, and put on all the nuts. That is a lot of nuts. So let's get to that. So I need one of the red linear rails. So let me just double check, make sure these are all the same length. Yeah, and the carriages are all the same. Okay, cool. Get that. Get me mat. Get me screws. Enclosure parts. Don't need enclosure parts. You are not part of anything. What are you part of? You are just a hell of a lot of M612s. You can go bye-bye. I don't need you no more. I'm done playing with you. I got a hole in my bag. I got a hole in bag. Got a screw loose. So you guys can all go over in here. I won't be needing you. Your electronics. Printed parts. Oh, don't lose the printed part in the bag. That bag has a hole in it. Where did I put? Oh, here you are. Here we are. I'm like, where did all my screws go? And I'm like, I've got them in their own special location. I'm assuming this is going to run RepRap. No, it's going to run RatOS. So, the RatRig team has a, is it a fork? Is it a variant? Is it a UI? They have a forked UI of Clipper. I think it's based off mainsail for RatRigs. So it's basically, it's a specific UI for RatRig. So when you install it, it asks you what size machine you have, all the information, and then it'll spit out a config for it. So it's kind of like a kind of like how the Creality Sonic Pad does, only not shit. Where it's assuming it's being used for a certain use case. So. How's overhead cam looking? I really need, okay, yeah, I'm not super happy with overhead cam's position. Like, I like the angle, but I think I need a longer stick for it. It needs, so right now overhead cam is there. It needs to be like here. So. And I'm gonna get grease all over me hands doing this, but is what it is. So M312s, we got those. So it says take these end ones off. Okay. Yeah, oh, this silicone mat is as old as the channel. Yeah. Try not to break that. Ah. Wow, these are tight, as she would say. There we go. So I've already pre-greased these, so that means my hands are just getting covered in grease right now. So that's fun. Would a track? That's what I've been thinking. I've been molding the idea of building a track of some sort. It's just, I don't know if I'm going to stick with this setup. I was planning to actually just go buy the stuff and just quickly make one, using some just tubing, like conduit tubing, and, should go on. And, whatnot. Some quick printed parts. Okay, this one, the thread is screwed. But I might move my setup around in this room. Because I think it's time for a season change with the channel. So we'll see. We'll see. Exoslide. When? I've looked at Exoslide. The thing is, it's a step up above. I could say maybe it's a step up above V-Wheel. But I still think it's not as good as linear rods or rails. So, no reason to use every hole. Oh, I know. But for those that are new to the channel, when we do kit builds, we follow the manual. And the manual says to put one in each hole. So, like a good person, I'm going to stick it in every hole. Because that's what I was told to do. You gonna change it? Okay, well, if the boss man says he's gonna change it, then I'll change it. In this case, since we have, you know, one of the actual devs in chat, we'll make the executive decision to let that override the manual. At least I think that's who I'm talking to. Yeah. So in that case, yeah. But normally when I follow a build guide, I follow the build guide because that allows you to find problems. Because if you just go, well, I'm just going to do it my way, well, then you don't know if there's a problem with it. And I need paper towel here. Yeah, the exoslide, back to the exoslide. The thing I don't like is it envelops the, it's like V-wheels. It envelops the extrusion. So it kind of limits how you could build stuff. You're limited to design choices because you have to fully envelop the extrusion. Whereas rails, you can still attach stuff to the extrusions easily, any point. And with rods, well, the rods are just floating in the breeze, so. Okay, so I'm gonna put these back in here so I don't lose this, because I really don't want to lose this, because that would be bad. Hands. Okay, so we put that in every other hole. Repeat step with the 4 other rails. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna do the other rails, so let's just do them all right now. I have an extra red thing. Where, oh, there it goes. It goes in here. Okay. There we go. My hands are all greasy. This is why I like having a 4K camera. I could do punch-in views like this and not lose any detail. Okay, that one went absolutely flying and I don't know where it went. How many ABS needed for printing a V02? Technically, if you don't have any screw ups, you could print an entire V02 with 1 spool. It's like 1 spool's worth of plastic. However, you're gonna want accent colors probably, unless you want to be boring, so you're gonna need 2 spools. To the back. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. I heard it fly into the direction of where all the stuff's on the ground, so it's gone. One of the longer rails for X. All the rails are the same length. Well, on an Ender 5, the exo slides make sense because you're going from one extrusion enveloping motion system to another. So exo slides probably are an upgrade versus V-wheel. So you're getting an upgrade. But compared to like rails, I think they wouldn't be a direct upgrade. It's not a direct upgrade, I don't think. Throw a zip tie in the end. Yeah, good idea. I was cleaning out a closet upstairs. I found a bag full of zip ties. I was so happy. It was like Christmas. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Short 2 rails. Yeah, I got the short rails are over here. Never have enough zip ties. I know. I gotta buy another SD card. That's what I need to get, another SD card for my main camera. Because the SD card that I've been using isn't like a high-speed one, so I can't record at like the highest quality. Not that my videos are quality, but since I've now got the server and I'm doing upgrades to it soon, I'm not too concerned about the file sizes anymore, so might as well use it. Told not to use a gear ratio on LGX Lite in Clipper, and the rotation's all you need. No, you need a gear ratio. You need a gear ratio for it. Just put in what it tells you to put in for the gear ratio. Who told you that? Who told you not to use a gear ratio? You have to use a gear ratio. Who told you not to use a gear ratio? Okay, that one's bad. You don't need for the LG. Okay, the LGX Lite doesn't need one. I'm just saying whatever the manual says for the spec, use it. Oh, rotation distance. One of them has a gear ratio. Don't they have gear ratios? I gotta check mine now. Oh wait, do I have an no, I don't have an LGX Lite in anything but the in progress one. CFG, extruder, rotation. Yeah, see, this has a gear ratio for the LGX. The LGX has a gear ratio. Where's Clipper? For Clipper users, there you go. Rotation distance. Yeah, so there is no gearing, I guess. Okay, whatever. I don't know why I'm on Slice's site. Gotta love companies. Ah, dang it. Gotta love companies that go after SEO optimization, so they show up before the actual brand of the company that makes the thing. Marks. Nope, not bookmarks. History. 2 tabs. Nope, recently closed. Okay. Yeah, you search LGX and it's like, oh, Slice. Like, no, I'm not looking for Slice. I'm looking for the company that makes the thing. How are we feeling about the RatRig so far? I don't know. I could stand on the frame though. So it's currently good enough for that. It fully supports me. Got another bad ones out of there, so I keep trying to reuse them. Another bad one. Fat rig. Hey, it's got beef. For everyone out there who calls the Vorons noodly, at least you can't say that with this machine. So nothing else, you got a step stool. Beefcake. Beefcake. Have I stood on it? Yeah, I stood on. Well, I kneeled on it at the beginning of the stream. I was gonna stand on it because I'd be afraid of it kicking over, but I was on it at the beginning of the stream. Something to stand. No, I don't have to because the V400's on the floor in the other room when I use it. That machine lives on the floor. Okay. So we've got that. Okay, so these ones are. I probably could fix them, so I'll just kind of put them on the side for now. Just run a tap through them. I need them. Okay. Okay, show. What's next? So install the linear rail. So we got one there. And tighten everything. Install the alignment tools. Fasten the starting from the bottom. Fasten the main starting at the bottom. Okay. So I don't know if, okay, so rails are different from what I'm used to, but technically if, oh man, this is, I don't know how this translates. When I did molding, okay, injection molding, okay, look, they got little indicators. Whenever you have to fasten anything down like this, you start in the middle and work your way out. never start on the ends and work your way in. Start in the middle and work your way up, because if it's bowed, you'll flatten it out properly. If you start on the outside and it's bowed like this, and then you start tightening it down, it doesn't sit right. But that was when we were doing like big 8x4 foot, 3-inch thick top and bottom plates on 80,000 pound injection molds. So it doesn't really transfer the same. Okay. So I'm assuming it sits right at the bottom. Insert the linear rail into the extrusion. Linear rail will rest on the lead screw motor cage. Okay, there we go. How to turn your lights on? It would be in your configs. If you're running the default config, there should be some stuff in there for it. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. So I'm pretty sure all these ones are the same. So you go there. I've got a barking doggo outside. 1 second here. One thing, I'm just putting that there for now. Un momento. I'll be back in a second. I got a dog that's barking. My dogs are barking. Actually, I only got one dog and he's barking. I'll be back. Back. What did I get? What did I get? Ooh! Thermal paste. Fun. I'm gonna need that. Okay. Okay, so these really don't kind of... The guides don't stick on too well, but yeah, good. With my go-to slicer, super slicer for my Vorons. I like to use Prusa slicer for my Prusa and whatever else. And then for the bamboos, I use, well, bamboo slicer. Although I gotta try soft fever at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. Could have sent me some nocturnal with the CPU. Oh, it was $10, and I got to do a bunch of machines. So don't worry about it. Waiting for that. I got the new motherboard showed up, so I got the new motherboard. I'm just waiting on the obviously the CPU to show up. It was released by US Customs. I don't know why it was released by US Customs. Normally it would be Canada Customs, but yeah. Oh, what am I doing? Why am I doing this like a plebeian? I've got LTT power here. When should I do linear rods over linear bearings? Well, you got linear rods with linear. You got the rods and bearings. It's a thing. Like, are you talking about rails or V wheels? So I don't need this bottom one in there. Oh shoot, getting this out is gonna be fun. There we go. Unbiased opinion, Voron versus RatRig. Simple, Arthur. I haven't finished the RatRig yet. I can't give an opinion on it. Upgrade stream? Maybe. What I think about LTT's rapping about the bamboo. So, okay, so for those that don't know what this is about, LTT just did a tour of their lab, like a lab update, and they showed off a metal printer, which they'll use it for content. It'll be worth it. It'll pay for itself probably at some point. As for their printing setup, they have 3 Bamboo Lab X1Cs and then also 4 AMSs feeding it. That's perfect for their setup because they're doing multicolor, multi-material, low volume, but they need quick turnaround. So the machine makes sense for them versus something like a Ultimaker or MakerBot style setup. Okay, so this goes on the interior. Okay, so it goes on the interior and we got 2 there. Okay. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So yeah, so for their case, it makes sense. And the Prusa farm, they haven't had the Prusa farm for years. They got rid of most of those Prusas. They did it pretty much for that little that thing, and then they kind of stopped because they actually it kind of got bigger than they expected, and they kind of just stopped doing that altogether because they got to the point where like because they had the Prusa farm and they were doing masks, and then I was talking to one of them and they're like, yeah, we had like a government contract try to like buy like a absurd amount, and they're like, yeah, we can't be doing this, and they kind of just gave away the printers, something like that. So yeah, they haven't had the Prusa farm in a while. They kept a couple of them, and go watch any of the Intel Extreme Tech upgrades. A bunch of the employees took some home. Trying to print with larger nozzles. It's not hard. Just make sure you got to be careful you're not outrunning your hot end, because you can print faster with a smaller nozzle, because when you print with a thicker nozzle, you're pushing more plastic through it. So like a V6, you can print pretty fast with a V6 if you got like a 0.2 nozzle on it on a low layer height. But the moment you slap like a 0.8 nozzle in it and try to print at 0.4 layer heights, you can't push the same amount of plastic. You're limited volumetrically. So make sure you're not outrunning your hot end. Everyone has a Prusa now. Why wouldn't they? It's a Prusa. It's kind of the standard. There we go. And the rest of the will rest on the front lead screw motor cage. Yep, so that's good there. Anyone showing off that inductive hot end yet? I have not. I think, oh shoot, I think they reached out to me a while ago. I think I remember. I can't remember how though, and I can't find the email. I think they tried to DM me on Twitter or on Discord, and I lost it. I gotta go digging for it. The thing is, isn't it like, can't you only use it with Clipper or something? There's like some limitation with it. Well, what's the excuse for not shipping XXL printers? I don't know. I don't work for Prusa. Why would I know? Oh no, not Clipper. No, like it has something like, because it can't be like something with the, because it's an inductive. It's a completely different style of heater than most controller firmwares can handle. And through a part shortage. So there's a difference between like the way Prusa does things versus like Creality, where if you notice, you know, you could still buy parts and they still fully support their machines from 5 years ago, versus Creality, which just kind of shits out a new machine with new parts every 6 months and drops support for previous stuff all the time. Cough, Ender 7, cough. So I know they had issues getting a reliable rail supplier. Hey, just to compare, go look at Big Tree Tech, and every controller board and every version of it that they've offered in the past 2 years, and how many MCU different types they've changed. Now imagine trying to find a 32-bit MCU that's guaranteed supply at the quantity they need, that'll be available all the time for the next 10 years, or at least 5 years. And design your controller board around all the electronics that will not change over the next 5 years for your controller board. Because they don't have the luxury of just being able to just change everything like some other companies do. Go. So we got all our rails in. We're good there. Did I tighten all those? I tightened all these. I tightened all these. Okay, so we're good there. Install the front rails. Hey, we just did that. Start at the bottom. Work my way up. Okay, so now we need to install the Y-axis rails. Maybe easier if you replace the V-core upside down. Good thing we have those. So those go there. So I'm gonna have to install these guys. Okay. Hands are just covered in grease. Little guy's gonna come home and be like, "Daddy, hug!" And I'm like, "Don't touch me." Then I want to put out the same board revision with 3 different chipsets. I know. They want to be able to guarantee their product for the foreseeable future. Who does that nowadays? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I gotta move that over 1. It's almost like they're thinking long term instead of short term gratification. Well, at least I'm not gonna have to worry about these rails rusting on me. .3D sets. I haven't built any of those 3D sets. I keep meaning to, but it's on the back burner. Any camera suggestions when it comes to streaming on YouTube? What are you streaming? It really depends on what you're streaming. Go buy any camera that can display a HDMI out with a capture card that has a clean output. So for example, like right now you don't see like, you know, the stuff you would normally see on the back of a camera. Some cameras, when they display HDMI out, they display what's on the screen. It needs to be able to do clean HDMI out. Most Sonys do, for example. If you actually go to Elgato's website for the stream link or the cam link, they have a list of supported cameras. So those would be cameras that are good. So you want clean HDMI out. As for a lens, I like prime lenses for this. This is a Sigma 16. I don't use this lens anywhere near as good as some other people because I do content that not a lot of people do. I'm not XQC or, you know, Asmongold or like any other big streamer that just sits in front of a computer all day. Well, okay, I'm in front of my computer all day, let's be honest. But like, I'm in a different environment. I'm not running like low f-stop with bokeh in the background and whatnot, and I'm moving around, so I want good autofocus. So I've got a Sigma 16 just so I can get everything in view. Sony a5100. That's what this camera is. This camera right here is a Sony a5100 with the kit lens, and I still use the kit lens because it's got zoom, so I can zoom it. Okay. So if you can find a used a5100, throw in a dummy battery so you can power it via the wall wart, and you're good to go. And then kit lens is fine. Also, you want a camera that you can see the back. So the screen, why do I still have the Sonic? Goodbye, Sonic. See how I can see the screen there? You want to be able to see the screen. So that way, when you're talking to the camera, you're looking at the lens. So you're engaging with the audience. So mine, because this is an A6300 as my main camera, I don't have that. My the lens, the camera on here, the lens doesn't flip up all the way. It does on the A6400, but not the A6300. So I'm looking at this, which is why I don't look directly at the camera when I talk, because I look at myself. So. And now there's also cameras that you could just plug in via USB. Most of the time though, you're limited. You're not going to be getting 4K out of them. You're not even going to probably get 1080p most of the time. And the bit rate's much lower. Yeah, there's also full frame camera. These aren't full frame cameras. These are, I can't remember what they're Sony E-mount. I know that. Hey, Steve. But yeah, like a used A5100 would probably be your best bet. I know that was like the recommended used camera for the longest time. They're not the greatest in low light, but that's not an issue for me. Also, they're old. They're out of production. So like you can't even find like small rig cages for them or anything like that anymore. Like they're kind of end of life completely by this point. APS-C, that's what it is. Which for this is fine. Like if you want to be baller, go get like a Sony A7S III or something like that. But let's be honest, it's more about what you're doing than what it looks like. So for when I started, I just used a Sony C920, or not a Sony, a Logitech C920. That was the camera I used for the first couple months of streaming, was a Sony C920. And then I picked up one of these at Costco because it was during the pandemic. You couldn't get shit anywhere because everything was stock. And I used a Sony or Canon Vixia until I burnt the CMOS out. So that camera's dead. I don't know why I still have it. The mount. Well, I don't have a cage on it. I just have like the 1/4 inch screw on the bottom. So. Okay, so these go underneath there. And they go against that. Okay, so that goes there, that goes there. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna flip this over. More about the lens than about, yeah, good glass will make it for you. Like I'm tempted. Make sure I got stops on all those. Yep. The camera I use for videos is an A6400, and I have a 24mm lens on it. It's a Tamron 24mm lens. I'm tempted to buy a Sigma 24mm lens because, or maybe even a 20, because I'm limited in this room because I need a wide lens because I can only get so close to stuff in this, or I can't get far enough away from stuff in this room. But the autofocus on the lens looks good. Like the image quality is okay. It's just the autofocus on this is shit. So I pretty much have to like manual focus everything. And then every now and then I forget to turn off autofocus. And I have to like literally take the footage I record and stabilize it. Otherwise it just looks like poop. The script. I've never scripted a video. I have never scripted a video you guys have seen. And I've never, like, I don't script. Every video you see is just me talking. And then I edit it. infinite focus. That's why I run low f-stop on my cameras. Like right now, or high f-stop. I don't know. This is like f9, I want to say. You lose that fancy bokeh effect with the background being blurry, but I don't want the background blurry. Ever do multiple takes? I do. I do a lot of takes. Usually my workflow, I'll jot notes down about the key points I want to hit. Half the time I forget, but I usually will jot notes down about like the key points I want to hit. And then I'll do the intro. I'll record the intro and the outro. And then I will, I usually record like 3 chunks of footage. So like the intro part, like it's the setup, the execution, and then the results, and then cover it all with B-roll. And then sometimes I'll do pickup takes. But I very rarely like, usually I spend half the time fumbling with the intro. And then once I'm like down here recording for 5 minutes, then it just goes. And then I'm done. Yeah, not in my case. I got ISO. I got a lot of light in here. I've got overhead light there. So I got overhead light there. I've got a light up there. I've got 2 of the like fancy fluoro bulbs there, and then I got a light back there. And then also I got 2 lights there. So I've got quite a bit of light in this room. You kind of have to. It's also a Sigma 16 lens, so it's got a it's kind of wide. Got 430 watchers and 178 likes. The button's broken. Can everyone double check? Make sure the like button's broken. Make sure you like the smash button. It works hard for you. No way to monitor and control your printers away from home. There are ways, there are services you could use. Basically, if you could remote into your printer, any service that allows you to remote into a printer, you could technically use, because then you could just open up, you know, the interface. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I got a Sigma 16 here, which is like f1.4. And I don't use it. Like, I could be all fancy. If you want to get all fancy, oh yeah, right now. Let's see. Actually, no, I'm at f6. So like I could drop it all the way down to f1.4. Let it focus on me. Yeah, see, look how cool this looks. The background's all blurry. But as I'm working on stuff and I'm moving around, like it's annoying. That's why I usually run it at actually I thought I had it higher. It's like f6. Yeah, f6.3. There you go. So there you go. I know, look at that blur, the bokeh. You know, it's not really bokeh. Okay, so I could take these back ones out. Well, that's another thing. The Sigma's got good autofocus. Hobby Hands, $5. Cheers. Thanks for your videos. My printer SD slot died. It was a good time to try Clipper. Was a challenge so far winning on the ADXL. Hope it helps more. Yeah, if you could flash over UART or USB, yeah, you're good there. For the hot end. So the problem is with using Capricorn tube for the little bit between your extruder and a hot end and direct feed setup. Usually a lot of time when you pull the filament out and you get like a little blob at the end, it might get stuck, but no, you should be okay. Normally I just use the normal filament. Like it's a filament tube this long. You don't need the fancy stuff for that. But if all you have is Capricorn, just use it. It just be aware if you like take your filament out and you get a blob on the end because you don't pull it out fast enough, it might get stuck. So there we go. Okay, so we got those on. Okay, so that is that. Okay. double check these are good. 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 Double check everything's tight. Question about Clipper. I cloned a printer SD card and now I like to be able to see that the print history is 0. Is that possible? I don't know. I've never done it. I'm sure it's saved somewhere. I'm just not sure where. BF Dennis gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Woo. Got some heft to it. Okay. Next step, Core XY idlers assemblies. The idlers, the Ides of March. Put you over there. Oop, that's my phone. Aw. Little guys at the park. Cute. What's best for Clipper? I just use 2209s for pretty much everything. Functionally, I don't think you're going to find much of a difference. 2209s can deliver a bit, if I remember correctly, 2209s run cooler and deliver a bit more power than 2208s. But functionally, I don't think you're not going to really notice much difference in Clipper, I believe. I believe 2209s are UART, 2208s are SPI also, but odds are you're probably going to be using a board with them integrated anyways. At least most boards now. Like, I'm not a huge fan of step sticks. Straight up, I don't like step sticks. Having your drivers integrated into the board provides better cooling, a better form factor, less chance of you to break something by mishandling because it's all one unit. And for those that say, well, if you burn one out, you can't replace it. Yes, but how often are you burning out your drivers? I've never killed a driver. I've never killed a board other than the ones that don't work out of the factory. So 2660s are overkill. They're nice though. I like them. I like them on the Duet too. I got the CNC I got is running with 2660s. 2208s don't support sensorless. Yeah, that's another thing too. Most 22 or not. If you're getting new, like if it's I'm going to purchase said item, 2209s. Go buy them. They're better than 2208s. But if you already have 2208s, you might as well use them because you're probably not going to notice any difference in the way the printer controls for the majority of people. So, okay, so we need some idler parts. So we need some M8 or 8 M612 cap heads. So M612, we need 8 of these. I have 3 duets with the 2660. Oh, actually, no, I did nuke a duet too. But that's because we hooked a spindle up to it and backfed EM into it, and that completely fried it. So that's something probably most of you will never have encountered. So that's a little bit of an outlier, let's say. What's in this box? Fans. I don't need fans. Fans can go in this bag. In you go, fans. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 of those. Need a free will. Oh, well, yeah, we ended up fixing it. Once I got a second duet. And then Big Tree Tech sent me another duet. So now I have a spare duet 2 I need to figure out what to do with. Because I'll be honest, I like the Duet 2 board. It's a solid board. Yeah, it doesn't have all the features, the modern boards, but it's got a shit ton of power. It's got pretty much all the hookups you need for most printers, and it runs Clipper like a dream. So I personally really like the Duet 2 controller board. Because you can get like the Big Tree Tech version for relatively cheap. And it works pretty dang good. Okay, where are these XY joints? Are they in a different bag? They're probably in a different bag. Don't lose that. Okay, so what is this bag? Printed parts bundle. Okay, let's... So not you, not you. Yeah, I don't think it's in any of these. I don't think it's in any of these. Yeah, it isn't in any of these. Okay. You go back in there. Yeah, after I nuked that Duet, Big Tree Tech reached out to me for something. I can't remember what. And I was like, yeah. And then somebody's like, here, do you want to buy one off me? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I have an original in. Where are... Oh, I've got some in here too. I got printed parts in here. Where are my Gantry parts? Are you the Gantry parts? I think. Are you? One, two. Okay, so that these two. Oh, nope, that's electronics. Where are those? Where are these parts? 1, 2, 3 holes. 3 holes, and they're black. Did I miss them? Are they these? No, that it can't be it. No, that ain't it. So I got these two. Because these are labeled left and maybe. Nope, that's not them. That's not them. The black parts are sheet metal. Oh, they're sheet metal. Oh, well, that explains it. Oh, yeah, plate. That's why. And big brain. Biggest brain on YouTube. Okay, so that's a box full of Kirigami bed parts, which isn't what I need. Okay, so where did I put the metal parts? Yeah, this box is empty. Go on. Metal parts. Where are the metal? Ah, there we go. Oh. Okay, not any of those. Where are? Oh, here we go. There we go. Found him. Anything in this that's important? No, that's just that. You can go there. Hello from snowy Montreal. Oh yeah, you guys are getting some. I think we're getting it. We're getting some Friday. What about the Manta M8P with CB1? I've used it in 2 builds so far. I'm not a huge. The board itself is fine. The board itself is fine. Nothing special about it other than you can put a CM4 or CB1 on it. I don't like the CB1. I've had 2 so far, and both of them have been issues. So I just don't like the CB1. Okay, so that goes through there, and that goes through there, and then we make something like that, and then we got that. Okay. Some people have had no issues with them though. I just seem to have bad luck with them, so I'm not a huge fan of them. Goes there, that goes there, and this goes on. One second. That's a rod. Nope. There we go. Okay. There's that one. And then you have the other one. Cover place because second DO. Yeah, honestly, I haven't been a... Big Tree Tech has reached out to me to try and like show off a few of their products lately. Like their stealth burner CAN bus sideboard thingy that like has the interface for the stealth burner, and I'm hesitant to promote it because of their QC issues they've been having lately. I just kind of am hesitant. I don't want to say it, but I don't really trust their recent products, at least especially first revisions of their recent products lately. I think I just don't trust them. Okay. Okay, upper idlers. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's easy. I didn't start anything. I've said it before. I've said it before on stream. Okay, and the other one is the other way. Set these aside until, okay, so that goes there, that goes there. Why do I have the you go back in your bag. You're here for serious work? We're doing serious work here? What? What? Say what? Okay, assemble the lower idlers. Okay, so that's on the front. Okay, cool. So if we're looking like that, we got that part that goes over the extrusion, or over the rail, and that goes there, and they go towards the inside. Okie dokie. So that goes like that. Okay, so position the in the V-slot shown, tighten the, okay, so make sure they send it against the front extrusion. Okay, so make sure it's seated against the front extrusion. Christian, CLP 2500. Not sure what the exchange rate is on that, but cheers. Today I received my Polymaker spool from the live stream. Awesome. I'm assuming European of some sort. What is CLP other than cleaning lubricant protection? That's what I know CLP as, is gun lube. Will there ever be Voron legacy kits? Ask the vendors. We have no control over that. Remember, Voron is not a company. We have no control over what people make. Chilean pesos. Oh, okay. You learn something new every day. That is the best camera angle for what I'm doing. Chilean pesos. Okay, there you go. So I wasn't even on the right side of the world with my guess. 1 USD. So then I have to convert USD into CAD because I'm Canadian, eh? You're probably going to want a ball end Allen key for these. There we go. There we go. So those are your front idlers. Way south. You're so far south that you're would it be quicker to go the other way around? Probably not. Wrong button. Okay. So we do that, we do that. Okay, so that and that. Prepare the idlers. Preparing the idlers. Keep throwing my grease rag out. Okay, so okay, so what do we need here? We need some bearings. Now, are the bearings in here? Yes. Okay, so 4 F695ZZ. So that's okay. So I need 2 of these. So these are 695ZZs. Okay, so I need 2 of these. F69ZZs. Tankerden 50. Cheers, man. Really appreciate you not shilling everything that comes across your inbox. It can be easy to walk away from a deal, but your audience benefits it in the long run. Thanks for having good work ethic. Thanks. Cheers. Here's the thing. I understand stuff happens, right? Yeah, company might have a bad product. Shit happens. But the benefit of what I do is I'm fully independent, other than, you know, companies like RatRig sending me stuff. So I'm not like directly sponsored by anyone, so I get freedom to say that. I'm sure that has hurt me in the past. I don't have high hopes of working with Bamboo again, but yeah, it is what it is. Can you please suggest where to buy good quality PI sheet? Ivano, Muller and CS Hyde are, if you're looking for just PI. As for the sheets, I'm kind of in a pinch because the only sheets I've gotten in the past like year or so are sheets that came with builds. So I could say the LDO ones are good. The Fabrico ones are good too. I've got Fabricos on most of my machines, actually, even the Bamboo. So yeah, I like the Fabrico ones. Okay, so we have that, we got 4 6mm spacers. So I'm assuming that's these aluminum spacer 6mm. Okay, so 4 of those. BuildTech has PI? Really? BuildTech, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. So 4 of the aluminum spacers. Okay, 2 3mm spacers. There we go. Can you recommend the FL Sun V400? Yeah. I haven't used it a whole ton because I don't need a tall printer that often. And it's not enclosed. It's easy to enclose, but it's not enclosed. So I don't use it that much, but when I have used it, I haven't had an issue with it. I'm not sponsored by Corelli. I'm sponsored by viewers like you. Thank you. Become a channel member. Join the Patreon. 6 mini precision sim. Shimmy, shim, shimmy, shim, shim. Shim, shim, shimmy, shim, shim. Mini precision sim. That's 8x5x1. I'm assuming this is it. And Polymaker. I don't view myself as sponsored by Polymaker. Polymaker doesn't pay me. I am working on a video once the weather's not shit out and I can actually fly quads, where they did sponsor a video. Like, they actually sponsored the video. But me giving away a spool of filament from them every stream, I don't view as a sponsorship. because I'm not getting paid at all. I'm just giving away a spool of filament that I don't see the filament. I don't view that as a sponsorship. I view that more as a promotional thing. Unless you see a company logo on the screen anywhere, like when I did the Thangs sponsorships a while ago, I actually had the Thangs logo on the screen because they were paying for the stream. Now, if Polymaker wants to sponsor these streams and have a logo pop up every couple minutes, yeah, I'm all for that. But I don't view what they're doing as a sponsorship. Some of you might disagree with that. That's fine, but that's what I view it as. I view it more as it's just a promotional activity. No, 50, I need 45. M545. Where's M545? Are you in here? Hardware pack. No, that's Eva. Eva. M545. M540. M555. Where's M545? M540 and 55. Where's M545? It's stuck to one of these magnet balls. No. Sponsored by only benchies. Yeah, only the best. Only benchies. M545. M5. M545. M545. No. Nope. I'm M545. I don't have M555. Eva. M540. I need two of them. The Stealth, thank you for becoming a member. And Jens, thank you for becoming a member. How much would those corner plates improve on a Voron? Well, put it this way, Vorons print just fine without them. However, also these are custom items, and part of the whole design ethos with Voron is no custom components. So, oh, here we go. They are in a different bag. So Vorons by design aren't allowed to have custom components as part of their default build, so they'll never be official, but there are metal Voron parts you can buy. So there we go. Okay, so now we got all that. So we've collected all that. Assemble the idlers. Okay, so that goes in the bottom, that goes in the top. Okay, so, oh, and I forgot the washer, M5 lock nuts. I seen those. Getting hungry actually. Open builds, 30 plates. These are you talking about the plates or the idlers? What are the earphones you're wearing? IEMs, I don't know, they're like 30 bucks off Amazon. Okay, so that goes there. Okay, so that goes there. 2 spacers. Uno. Dos. And then the whole bearing stack. And then the 3 mil. And then we put the top one on. Why is that such a big gap? Did I miss something here? Okay, so we got mini. Okay, 1 second here. Oh, okay, that's why. That's why. That's why. I missed the mini. I missed the mini shim. So we got. Okay, let's take all this off. Okay, so we got mini shim or precision shim, then the dual 6 mil shims. Okay, then a mini shim, and then we have flange bearing, regular bearing, flange bearing, mini or precision shim, and then 3 mil shim, and then top plate. There we go. And then we have lock nut. There we go. There we go. Travis, thank you for coming a member. And finally got your filament you won 5 months ago. Whoa. You might have ordered something they didn't have it in stock. Just like the Voron layout. A little bit different. It's a little bit different. Actually, I don't need to hold that anymore. Okay, so I'm pushing the plate up against the front here. So that should be squared. Okay. There we go. And then let me find. I don't know if these go up to that size. I don't think they can. That's it. I'm getting me the wrench. So that is 9 mil. Too big. 8 mil. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Easy peasy. Okay, so that is that. You put the top on. Step 3, position the core. Tying the two together to the upper frame. Make sure the assembly is seated against the front extrusion. Lock nut, fasten the... There we go. Okay, now we do the other side. Again. Okay, so... Slide my screw in there. So we got precision bearing. What we got there? Okay, so we got precision bearing, flange, regular bearing, flange bearing, precision bearing, 2 6 mil bearings or spacers, 3 mil spacer, and then the precision bearing. Put that on. And we put lock nut. Go. Shim then bearing. Yeah, you gotta have it. You gotta have a shim on each side of the bearing. The bolt should go down the top. That's what I would think too. I don't think it really matters. If you want to put the bolt down from the top, you probably can. But also, it's a lock nut, so it's not going anywhere anyways. So. Had a nap. Did you miss anything? Not really. You missed some bearing time. Speaking of missing, who here is excited for the Elden Ring DLC? That got announced today. Anyone else excited for the Elden Ring DLC? There we go. Because I am. We're missing like 200 likes. Make sure you like that smash button. I'm not saying liking the smash button will improve your odds of winning the filament that we give away, but I'm not saying it won't. There's an equal chance it could help, and there's an equal chance it could not help. So why risk it? Like the smash button. Michaela, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's because it's Michaela in the picture. So I'm assuming it's about Michaela or Mikola. That's what I'm thinking, but my favorite. So I've only beaten the game once because I beat it once and then I'm like, I want to do a second playthrough, but I don't want to do New Game Plus. And I'm waiting for the DLC. I'm waiting on the DLC, but I did the Moonveil, Katana, in agility, I think. So there's not even a ring in Elden Ring. How could it steal from Lord of the Rings? Game is too easy. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It has its own built-in difficulty slider. All you do is if you find something hard, just go somewhere else for a bit and then come back. Or you use summons or like summon a person. I beat the entire game by myself. The only time I summoned another person to help was Melania, because I threw my head against the wall for about an hour. I got her to the second stage and then I just said, you know what, screw this. I want to go beat the game. So I just summoned somebody and we beat it in like 20 minutes. Have I built anything besides 3D printer? I've got a CNC, but we modded a CNC. So mage build. See, the mage build I found too cheesy. I tried playing mage for a bit, like I did respect to mage, but I prefer, you know, fighting. I don't know. So, okay. So, okay, these are plates. So these are plates. I gotta find those plates. Melania fight, fist weapons. The Radagon fight, the first time you do the Radagon fight, it's just, oh. And you summon everyone for that fight. I don't care what the tryhards say. Is it Radagast or Radagon? Radagon. No. Who's the big guy again? Who is the big guy in Elden Ring? It's Radagon. Radagon? No, Radagast then. Is it Radagast? It's been a while. Radagast. No, not Radagast. Who's the big guy? Radon. That's what it is. Radon. Star Scourge Radon. Yeah. When you fight Star Scourge Radon, you summon everyone because it's a party. Although I will say my favorite boss of the game, Astiel, natural born of the void or something like that. Astiel. That fight is just a treat to the eyes. M612s. Like the Astiel fight. Oh, so good. Hard, but good. And the music. Oh. See, now I'm gonna go play it again. Dang it. The only thing is, here's what I'm waiting on. If the DLC takes place after you beat the game, I'm gonna wait till the DLC comes out, or I'm gonna play the game and then. The thing is, I don't want to be rusty, right? So it's either if the DLC takes place during the game, then I'll wait for the DLC. If the DLC takes place after the game, I'll play it earlier for a second playthrough. So that's what I'm waiting on. I want to know where the DLC takes place in the game. Because if it's after, then I can play it through it again. But if it's before, I don't want to have to go through it again on like a New Game Plus. We need more of these. I got to Radon late and down him before he even did the meteor. Oh, honestly, okay, so the meteor, I was spoiled because I'd watched people play the game, so I knew about the meteor. But there was still a bunch of the game that I didn't know about when I played it through. I did follow guides a little bit, but not a ton. So there was still quite a bit that I figured out on my own. I managed to do all of Ronnie's quest line on my own. Or I think I had to look up one thing for Ronnie's quest line. I never tried Elden Rings. I found it too hard. So the thing with Elden Ring, you can go at it at there are cheese builds that make the game a joke. You can beat the game so easily if you play a cheese build that it basically takes all the trivia out of it. And like right off the bat, you can go kill a dragon that's sleeping for like 90,000 experience. Like there are ways to make the game not hard if you want it to be not hard. Or conversely, you could just go, you know, just go for it and make the game hard if you want. So more approachable. I think it is. Okay, so we've got all our parts. So it looks like we got that and that. Okay, so we'll make this one and then we make that one. So that's how our motors go. Okay. Cool. So what am I looking? How is this part oriented? Okay, so these parts aren't perfectly okay, so I'm assuming, okay, holes closer to the middle there. Oh yeah, because that's, yeah, different size holes. That makes sense. Okay. I think my first playthrough was, I want to say 60, it was between 60 and 70 hours for my first playthrough. Because I started off, I heard Godric, was there Godric or Godfrey? Whoever the first boss is. Or no, who's the first guy at the gate? I was so worried about him that I literally did all of Lemuria, or the first zone, and then I did all of the that southern area, the Weeping area, whatever it's called, the rainy area where the castle is. So I basically did all of the first, like the starting area, all of the Weeping Peninsula, and then I went to go fight him. Margit, that's who it is, Margit the Filament. And by the time I got to him, I was so like overpowered. I beat him my first try, and I'm like, wait a minute, was that supposed to be hard? Like as long as you take the time to like explore and just go on the odd adventure, like, ooh, what does this place lead to? You shouldn't be under leveled. If you're not under leveled for any of the bosses and you have good equipment, it's not a hard game. As long as you can pay attention. It's not a game you can turn your brain off. You have to think, unless you're playing, you know, one of the mage builds that you just one shot everything. Oh yeah, if you go to Margit right off the bat, you're asking for trouble. You're just asking for trouble if you go to Margit right off the bat. Like, I'm gonna go attack the hardest boss in the game, or the first boss right away with my stick. Okay, so install the left corner. Okay, so what am I looking at here? So is that, what am I looking at here? Does that go like that? No. It goes like this. Okay. Yeah, it goes. Okay, so it's inside the back. So it goes in here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Have yet to play Elden Ring? It's on my list. It's honestly totally game of the year. Totally game of the year. I played it on PC with a PS4 controller. The parts are embossed, are they? There's no left and... Oh, they are. Okay. Well, that made it easier. Hogwarts Legacy. That's what the wifey's playing right now. Although her computer is kind of trying to run it. She's got my old computer, which has a 960 graphics card and an i5 2500K. Although I did fix her CPU fan, so it shouldn't be overheating anymore. Does she like... Oh, she's a huge Harry Potter fan, so yeah, she likes it. Your recommendation for 2.4 base plate material, ABS first Neobond. For the bottom on a 2.4, I'm pretty sure... Is it Neobond has higher temp resist? Because the ABS could potentially warp over time on the bottom plate. I have whatever comes with the kit from LDO in the one, and it works fine. And on this one, it's aluminum, so I don't worry about it. ACM maybe? Awesome combo last week. Well, I had a 1060 in it, but the 1060 is now in here. But I think somebody's sending me an upgrade for this computer, so the 1060 might go back in there for her. Let's see. Satisfactory. I've never played Satisfactory. I'm afraid to play it. I've seen what it does to people, and considering I work from home, I'm afraid to start that. Because I might just go live and you'll just see me upstairs with my shitty camera on the computer upstairs, and we're just going to be playing Satisfactory for 3 hours on a Friday. I'll trade you a 3074 Voron. I mean, technically I got a Voron I don't use. We're talking about we're gonna be getting this is a Minecraft channel. It's a Minecraft channel. $30.80 for a war. I got a switch wire. I don't use my switch wire. You can punch trees together. Together! I need to buy an Xbox controller. That's what I need to buy, because I used the PS4 controller to play Elden Ring the first time, and like I got super bad hand cramps from it. I have 3 switch wires. Ooh. Okay, so we got all that. And what do those go to? Insert 2 M540 screws into the top plate as shown in step 5. Oh, they go into the top plate. Okay. Okay, so let's okay. So let's find those top plates. 1 or 2. We do have a gaming channel on the Discord for those that don't know. Oh wait, no, this ain't. Wait. That ain't right. That ain't right. I'm looking at the wrong parts. I do need to fire up and get a voice channel going in the members section, and only the members section. I'm not moderating an open voice chat on a Discord. I ain't doing that. No. Okay, so L. Okay, so we need to get some more stuff. We need to get some more stuff. Destiny 2? Not Destiny 2. I played the first Destiny, and I was just like, that's it? Like, I don't know. don't get me wrong, I enjoy first-person shooters, but I found it way too much just bullet sponge. Just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of looter shooters, I guess. Okay, M614 countersunk. There we go. How many do I need? 3? Okay. Pork chop sandwiches. Okay, M330 drop in. Is see the thing running? Yeah. Why wouldn't I be? 2, 3 of those. Okay. Now I need. Got those 2 parts. 1 XY motor cage top left print. Oh, that's the printed part. Okay. 6 F695ZZs. Sons of the Forest. I never played the Forest. I'll be honest, I haven't played a lot of games lately. Like the only game I've played. Okay, so the last 3 games that I have played and put actual time into in the past 2 years have been okay. So the first like month of the pandemic, I played the shit out of like VR. So Stream Beats, Half-Life Alyx, that kind of stuff, and then occasionally play Stream Beats. But that's like not a lot. And then or Beat Saber, sorry. 3 regular ones, okay. But what was I gonna say? The Cyberpunk I played for like, I don't know, 20 hours, and then I kind of stopped playing. I was gonna wait on patches, and I never end up going back to it. I probably should now. I think it's fixed. Elden Ring and Doom Eternal. Those are like the only games I've like seriously sunk time into in the past like 2 years. Rift, I got a Rift S for VR. The first week of the pandemic, which also happened to be the week of my birthday, because my birthday is March 22nd. First week of the pandemic, I went to Best Buy and I bought a Rift S, because I'm like, if I'm gonna be stuck in my house all day, I want VR. So, okay, so we got all that. Okay, cool. So now we put that in there. Those go in there. And then a belt. Is that a belt? Are we putting belts in already? Okay. Do you have to put the belt on before you put the top on? Is that why? Oh, you have to. Oh. Well, like the first week of the pandemic, the first week of like the lockdowns. Is anyone here from old school Voron team? Anyone here from old school Voron team? Like, has been around since like the 2.0 days? I'm reaching for the whiskey right now, because I'm having some like the equivalent of like the Voron equivalent of a Vietnam flashback right now. Belt coffins. That is a belt coffin. Belt coffin. Belt coffin. Belt coffin. Just when you think you got out, suck you back in. I dropped that. Hopefully there's extras of these. PT. I don't think these are as bad as the Voron belt coffins on the V2 series, but they are belt coffins. Remember, kiddies, you're never too young for a Vietnam flashback. Go. Okay, so that's that left. Okay, so these ones can go over there. Okay, so So I need the belt. Where's the belt? Belt. There you go. Are you the belt? Where's my belt? There is the belt. Belt. Is the belt in here? Nope. I remember seeing it in a box, and I don't know where the box is. Nope. Nope. Oh, here's the belt. Okay. Oh, here's. Okay. RatRig belt is one continuous length. Unroll the belt and cut it in half. Okay. Satisfactory stream. Yeah, maybe. I've never actually played it, and I'm afraid of playing it. I'm afraid to play Satisfactory. Okay, so we got one belt. I don't think I need this much belt. I'm assuming this belt is like for all of them, because I highly doubt I need this much belt. But it's like, cut it in half, and I'm like, oh, okay. Isn't Satisfactory like Factorio? Isn't it like just 3D Factorio or something like that? 2 motor plates instead of the plastic belt coffin for good reason. Cut it in half lengthwise. Oh! Yeah, and then when it's done, arrange it alphabetically by height, right? Okay. A belt coffin is basically a coffin for your belt. So it's a term that kind of came about from the early, the Voron V2.0. I don't know if I have photo. I don't have, oh, I do, because I backed up all my photos. That's right, I have them on the network. 1 second here. Let me pull up a belt coffin. Actually, no, it'd be vault. Box. Nope, not there. Pictures. View. Large icons. So back in the oldie days, so it's kind of, if you know how the V0 AB motor mounts are, where you have like the little knob to adjust your belt tension, on the V2.0, there was something similar, okay? Because on the V2.0, the motors were still in the back, but we had a front crossbar, okay? So, oops, there we go. Yeah, I don't want to leak the Voron shower. Yeah, I can't find it. Can't find pictures of it. But basically TLDR, there was printed idlers in there, and basically the belts just went there to die. And it was a complete pain to do any servicing because you had to take the whole assembly apart. So just seeing these, I'm sure these aren't anywhere near as bad because you actually have proper idlers in here. I'm just having, you know, Vietnam flashbacks to belt coffins. Okay, so let's put this together. Okay, so we have a angle where I'm not going to get a good camera angle. Oh wait, I might be able to get a good camera angle here. Overhead. Zoom out. There we go. That works. So we're working here. Focus here. Okay. So that goes up there. And okay, those two go there. Then this is left. That goes there. Thoughts on PETG for these printers? I think the stock, if you don't get the enclosed one, trying to get to focus on there. If you don't get the enclosed one, it comes with PETG. These are ASA. I prefer ASA. You guys know me though. Okay, so on this one we got spacer, flange bearing, non-flange bearing, flange bearing, spacer or shim, and on the back here we've got shim, flange, regular, shim, or flange, sorry, and a single spacer, and then flange, regular, flange, shim. Why do I have one extra shim? Shit. Well, at least I could fold it out to take a look. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Good. Yeah, because there's 6 or 5, and I grabbed 6. That's why I have an extra. I grabbed an extra one by accident. Okay. Okay. We have that. We have that. We have that. And now I've got to put one belt on the bottom and then one on the top, like that. So we got are they teeth in or teeth out? Proper insertion of the belt is very important. Failure instruction. Correct wide belt is providing one continuous length and roll position one half of the belt so that the tooth side faces the frame. Okay. And the smooth side faces the bearing track. So tooth out towards the frame. Okay. Slot this half in the bottom core XY assembly. Okay. So, without having your bearings fall out. And do it in a way so that the camera can see. Are we good? There we go. Okay, so that's good there. Okay, so tooth out. Okay. So that's good there. So tooth out. That's good there. Okay. Teeth in or teeth out? Slot the half in the, it should align, okay. So that the two side faces the frame. Yeah, so it's tooth out. So the teeth are facing this way. So the teeth are facing towards the frame, which is, this is the frame. So I got, this is the tooth side right here, and it's facing towards the frame. Okay. And take the other half of the belt again, position so that, okay. And so the two side faces the frame, and then we have to put that little kink in it there. Kinky. Okay, where's the other belt? Got this belt. So this is the other belt. Smooth. Okay, so that's that. Where is...
Are you working?
Yeah, Dada's working. What's up, Calvin? You want a different show? Can't you ask Mama for that? Daddy's working.
No, Mama.
Okay. Hey, why are you in your PJs already? Yeah, why are you in your PJs? Okay, so that's that. And then drop in these nuts. Okay, so I can put there, that goes there. Goes there. Okay. Why aren't I in my PJs? I don't know. Because this isn't the sleepover stream. Okay, and then this has like a the belt's gotta go around that. Okay. So I guess that keeps the belt from flying out. So that's good, I guess. You gotta push on the... No, it's twisted, I can't. It's stuck in the stupid groove. Oh, get up onto your slot. There we go. Okay. These screws started a bit. There we go. Those are started. Okay. You'll build printers at sleepovers. Says who? Loose painters tape to hold the belt. Good idea. Good idea. Let me, the big difference between genuine Gates belts and the generic quality. The Gates belts have are just better belts. You're talking about, like, that's like saying, oh, what's the difference between, like, you know, any name brand thing and a generic Chinese knockoff? So the Gates belts are going to be, they're going to probably last longer. The tooth profile is going to be better. Like, it's, you know, it's legit one versus a shitty clone. Half the time too, an issue you have with the not Gates belts, like the generic cheap belts you buy off like Amazon or AliExpress, they're not even GT2 or 2GT profile. They're like MXL profile, which you're asking for a world of hurt if you get those. See, my Ender S1 has Gates. Yeah, the thing is, Gates has Gates Unata is like an Asian market manufacturer of Gates belts. So they're Gates, but they're just manufactured overseas, and they're good belts. They're not that expensive. So, like, heck, the Saval SV0, the SV06 Plus has them. So. Tighten up those M5s for the bearing stacks. It's kind of tight point. Trying to figure out what this plastic part is for. This 3D printed plastic part. I have no idea what it's for. Do not use, oh yeah, never use metal belts. Never use metal belts in a 3D printer. They can't handle the bend radius. The bend radius that we use in 3D printers is way too small for metal belts, like metal reinforced belts. You will destroy the belts. They will not last, and you're gonna have a bad time. Don't do metal belts. Just don't. Bye, John. But I like the look. Yeah, no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Oh. Yeah, they have their uses. There's a reason metal belts exist. I'm pretty sure most belts in cars are metal reinforced, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. One second here. Ooh. Ooh, Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival is going to be fun. Fun, fun, fun. That's cool to see. Fiberglass, yeah, they're fiberglass reinforced belts. Okay, so we've got that on. Take care not to over tighten the M614 screws as you can damage the printed part. Cool. Prepare the Core XY motor. Preparing the motor. Okay, so we got one GT2. Where's the gear? I need some gears, metal gears. Carbon fiber? No, because carbon fiber is stiff. Carbon fiber is stiff. It doesn't bend. You don't. No. It's not what you want. Okay, so one that and 4 M335s. Like, carbon fiber isn't always the answer to everything. Where M3? 335s. 9mm? Yeah, this uses 9 belts. Isn't glass fiber stiff? Not in this kind of. Is it or no, this is Kevlar. Is it Kevlar fiber? I can't remember what fiber it is. They're fiber reinforced belts. I don't think they're glass fiber. Somebody read the spec sheet and tell me. Okay. So install that, position the time pulley so the marked gap is 9.5 millimeters. What do you mean 9.5? Like to the top of the pulley is 9.5? Or the marked gap. Oh, so when this is on, it's 9.5 from the bottom. Is that what it's saying? Assuming that's what it's saying. Not that one. Not that one. Oh. There you go. Nope. Haha, there you are. Nope. One of these days I'm going to clean this bench off. Ah, there you are. Yes. Okay, 9.5 millimeters. Double check after you tighten it. So it's 9.5 from the top of the thing. Cool. Well, is it to the? It's not off of the base. It's off of this little platform there. Okay. So that goes on there. That goes there. There goes there, and it looks like connector towards the middle. Okay. I could do that. So we gotta get our belt out. Goes there. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay, so we got that on. Okay, put that in, which we just did. And if you gotta adjust it, there you go. And now we do the other side. We've already put that on. Cool. Okay, so up in there, so it can fall out. Just jam it in. Just jam it in. Jammy jam jam. Jammeroonie. Okay, that we got that. Some of these. That's what she said. That is what she said. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm getting hungry. All I've had today is just some cheese and crackers. Where did my precision washers go? I had you earlier. Precision washers. There's like a magnet in here and it keeps like hoovering everything up. Are you part of the magnet ball? No. Precision washer. Where did my precision washers go? Okay, so I'm gonna need 2 of these. Oh, they're the precision washers. And 4 of these. There we go. Okay. Okay, this one doesn't want this. This part has a little bit more elephant foot than the other. There we go. There we go. Okay. Got that, we got that. Okay, cool. So got that. And then the part goes on. Okay, cool. So we have precision spacer, which I dropped. Precision spacer. Okay. And then a bearing stack. Precision spacer. Drop it. see where it went because this is a really bad camera angle for my eyeballs. And another bearing stack. And then one more precision spacer on top. I don't like how that doesn't sit right. Oh well, I guess it is. Well, no, because that sits on that. Yeah, because that sits there. Yeah, that's right. Okay, and then on the second one, spacer, shimmy, shim, 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 shim. Go. We got our printed part, which goes in like so. And by goes in, I mean it just sits there. And now we got to do our little loop-de-loop with the bottom belt. So, top belt, get out of there. So I'm gonna. This has to go there. Shoot. You know what? I'm gonna. Yeah, I gotta slide that out. Hey, focus on me. Focus on me. Okay, follow the focus. Okay, whatever. Okay, screw it. Losing the camera angle because I need to see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. Yeah, camera angles are cool and all, but you know, I actually have to be able to do what I'm trying to do. Got 420 people in here. That's the funny number. Everyone, that's the funny number. Everyone, that's a funny number. Okay, yeah, good enough. Cool. Okay, so we got that on, we got that, then we put that one on. Cool, cool, cool. And then we got to put the top on. Got 420 viewers at 4:20 in the afternoon. I almost pushed one of these screws out. That would have been bad. Although only one of the numbers is the funny number. You guys got to work on getting the other number to the funny number. So like that smash button. And also don't forget, if you haven't yet, for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, because we give away a spool every stream, link in the description. Yes, buddy? Now we got blurry dog. Oh, the little guy had a fun day at school, apparently. Well, at the park after school. Okay, where is that other bearing? Yeah, Doggo's a good boy. So what do we need? We need M335s. For these. Okay. For those. And then did I take that other pulley out? Or did I leave it in here? I left it in here. Okay. Yeah, you missed Doggo. Okay. So that goes on there. And position is 3 mil from the top. Okay. We might be ending the stream just a little early today. Okay, so this is a 3 mil. So that's a 3 mil gap. Go. How's the king seat word? I've never really used it, so I can't really say, but it's like a purge. It's like a purge pellet system, kind of like how the AMS or the bamboo does it. So that goes like that. So this is upside down versus the other one. Okay. So that goes up in there on the belt. Okay, and then we put those through. Okay. Anytime you have 4 screws that go into like a motor, make sure you get all 4 started before you actually tighten any of them all the way. Because the last thing you want to do is have them out of position. Okay, got that. Okay, so the next is the x-axis. What time are we at right now? 4:30. How much is on the x-axis? I don't think we'll get the x-axis. Yeah. I think we'll leave the x-axis for the next part. I think this is a good place to stop for now. I got to reorder these belts because they're not even any means of the imaginary. So I think we'll leave it here for now. I think this is an okay spot to go. Yeah, that works there. That works there. It's gonna be a pain to make sure everything's lined up, but we should be okay. It shouldn't be too bad. Lot of belt. There we go. Okay, whatever. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it there for this portion of the build. I think this is just a good spot to end because I don't want to start the next part, which is getting the gantry installed and finishing up the wire, the belting. I don't think we're gonna get it finished because I gotta get dinner going in a little bit here because the little guy didn't have a good day, so we gotta go take care of that after. Blue tape clashes with the green. I know, it's just a temporary accent part, put it that way. All the money you paid. CD Make Stuff, I don't think you paid anything. And your gray name. You haven't paid anything. Time to go shovel some. I don't think we have snow yet. It's like super nice outside right now. Yeah, so it's still going together pretty good. The AB motor mounts are a little finicky. I guess there is a mod. Somebody was saying there's a mod that has it done a little differently that makes it a little bit simpler and not as belt coffin-y, which I could see that being an advantage. I don't know anything about that though. I'm building this stock, obviously, so that's kind of how it is, right? We always build it stock, or to the bomb or to the kit first, and then maybe we'll mod it in the future, because right now the only mod we're doing is the bed, which is the Mandela bed. So -6 in the Scottish Highlands. Well, that's the Highlands. I'm in the literally as far south as you can go in Canada. So there we go. So we got all the rails installed, we got all the AB motor mounts installed, the belts somewhat run, idlers run. Next stream we'll do the what's left on here? What's left? X-axis. Yeah, so what do we got left? Yeah, so next one we'll do X-axis, arm assemblies, bed. Yeah, so next stream we should be able to get everything wrapped up mechanically, which leaves us at a good position to go into electronics on the next stream, I think. So we should be okay. I think that's a good, yeah. But if I do more on this stream, that'll give us less to do with last stream, because I want the electronics to be their own stream. So video covering start to end code for Clipper. Any start and finish G code will work with Clipper. Just make it a macro. Make it a macro, so that way in your slicer you can just call up the macro and be, because like right now, like super slicer here, My start and stop macros are this, is just print end or print underscore start, because I have a macro for it. So, and then it's any print start stop. I do your, you know, usual home, purge line, off you go. Nothing fancy. Preview the wiring, there's a lot of stuff not included. I'm hoping everything's included. We'll see. I got a kit, so we should have everything. I've got all the electronics. I've got a bunch of wiring, like looms and whatnot, pre-made. So hopefully I've got everything. If not, we'll see. I've got spare wire. I've got a ton of silicone wire, and this uses an umbilical, so that's okay. So, ooh. So yeah, so make sure we're gonna do the draw. We're gonna end the stream at 4:45. So we'll spend the next 15 minutes kind of chatting, wrapping everything up, and then 4:45 we'll do the draw. So make sure you enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, because we're gonna be doing that draw at 4:45. 4:45. 15 minutes for those of you who aren't in Eastern time zone, basically. Any thoughts about installation between bed heater pad and bottom deck plate? If your printer's enclosed, don't bother. If your printer's not enclosed, it makes a little bit more sense. Why make a config from scratch when most of the work has been done for you? I'm not making a config from scratch. I'm going to use the stock config on this thing. Most certainly not. Okay, then I'll just make wire. I've got enough wire in here to probably wire up 3 or 4 3D printers. So at a dinner. Well, I've got this on the back. I've got this raceway in the back already, and it's got these little clips, so that's nice. So says in pause resume macro. Whatever the stock one is on the Voron config. That's what I use. There's no button for you. That's because you gotta you gotta read the description, and it says not the first part, not the second part, it's in the third part. It's in the video description. What does the wiring look like? This diagram. So, oh, they just give you one of these. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. BL Touch. This used to be or inductive. Hopefully it's an inductive. And then we're gonna be using RatOS. I'm gonna do whatever the stock way of doing it is. If it's VHB, I'm gonna be VHB in it. Whatever the stock way is. So I've got VHB if we need to VHB. Actually, I'm running low on VHB. Oh shit. Yeah, whatever the kit comes with, that's what we're doing. Super Pinda, it's got a Super Pinda. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. It's an EVA. So. Yeah. Whenever we do a kit, we do it stock. Remember that. Have spools, that stuff all over of what? VHB? I did. I ran out of a lot of it. I used a lot of it for oh, when we insulated Toasty, a lot of the insulation is held on with VHB tape. So that's where a lot of it went. So I used to have a bunch, because pretty much a bunch of kits that I built, every kit that I've built from like LDO comes with it. At least that one did and that one did, which was a FISEC kit. I just kind of run out of it. I still have a few though. So what do I get with this? Ooh, fancy knocked with thermal paste. Ooh, it comes with a spatula and some napkins. Ooh, instructions. Ooh, does anyone use the napkin or the spatula to spread thermal paste ever? Oh man, I'm tired. I'm hungry. I've got a pizza I'm gonna make after the stream ends. Just join. What's up? Titus Tech, you missed the show. We're wrapping things up, about to do a giveaway on your Xeon because it's large. Okay, that makes sense. No, depending on when it shows up, we might be doing. I might do it on the Discord once I get it all set up. Because I gotta rebuild my main PC in a little bit. Got a new CPU coming, putting a new motherboard in it, and more RAM. Thoughts on foam insulation tape on the panels for Trident? Is it really needed? Yes, kinda. You should have it, because what can happen is if your rails, if you don't have a spacer for the panels, your rails could scratch on them. So as your carriage moves and the belts and the drag chain, it'll rub against the panels and it'll scratch them all up. So you do want a little bit of space. Plus, also as the gantry moves up and down. So yeah, you do want the foam. Also, it seals it better. It keeps more of the heat in and the bad stuff from printing ABS. Jack Black, I'm just not going to go into it. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's always used foam. All the Vorons have always. It's always been spec for the enclosed Vorons to have foam. So actually, I gotta clean that off. Okay. The CPU fan on my wife's computer died, which I don't blame it. It's a Cooler Master cooler from like, I don't know, soon after I bought the CPU, which is an i5 2500K. So it's at least a decade old, and it's a push-pull. So one of the fans died, and I'm like, I'll just buy her a new fan. So I bought a fan, and then me being the complete dummy that I am, I bought an 80 mil instead of a 92 mil. So instead of buying another fan and returning that one, I just printed an adapter. Olivit 25, cheers. Hey Nero, thanks for the awesome streams. Helped me a ton on my V2 already. Looking forward to build the V0 next. Awesome, cheers. Glad it helped. That's why I do it. Yeah. Oh, and whenever you're foaming up, whenever you're putting foam, put the foam on the panel. Do not put the foam on the frame. I did it on this one because we didn't have manuals when I built this one and I didn't know better. And it's a pain in the butt. Do not put the foam on the extrusions. Put the foam on the panels. So now I got to figure out where to stash this for a while, because I got to move that, because I got to record something for the bamboos in the next few days. Because I've got the hydrants all printed. So I haven't pulled it off the plates because I need to get footage of me pulling it off the plate for B-roll. Seen weaker looking safes. Oh, this thing's a tank. This thing is an absolute tank. Actually, let me get all this. Yeah, Lord help you though if you got to replace any of these belts. You do not want to replace these belts. Stuff you back there. There we go. Is there a jig or something for aligning the foam? No, you just eyeball it. You just put the foam on the outside of the panels. Like, you don't need a jig. You're thinking about it way too much. You just take your panels and you just put foam on the outside, like along the outside. That's it. You don't need a jig. You're way overthinking it. What kind? I just use this stuff. It's well, this isn't the stuff I use, because this is the stuff I don't use because I bought the wrong stuff here. Because this is double-sided, but you just get single-sided, I don't know, 2 or 3 mil thick foam. You can print different size holders for it depending on how thick the foam you get. Not an alignment freak? No. I used to be, and then I just stopped caring. As long as it's functional, it's good to go. You prefer magnet mounted mod or the standard mounting? I actually like these little clips. These ones that clip on. My unicorn. I like these ones. I also like the V2.1 ones, which are little twist tab ones. I guess it depends. I've got, that one has the stock ones. This one has these like clips that are modded. And this one uses the V2.1 ones, which are the little twist clips that you just twist them. Need this unicorn for B-roll. Don't lose it. Oh, and the magnet. I tried the magnet. I'm not a huge fan of the magnet. The magnet, because if you bump them, they fall off. I don't like the magnets for that. RatRig uses magnets. Okay, if they use magnets, they use magnets. I just found with magnets, I've accidentally like, the back panel on this one is magnets, and I've accidentally bumped the whole back panel off before. So. Yeah, you got 5 minutes for the draw. Use the magnets the tap setups use. Well, the magnets that tap uses depends on which tap kit you buy. Remember that. Yeah. Oh, am I enclosed? Yeah, this is the enclosed kit. Like this is the kit like for the enclosure. Because see how it's got the longer extrusions? The normal V-core doesn't have this part. Like the extrusions are just this. It doesn't have this part. So yeah, we are enclosing it. The magnets on the DFH tap kit were little tears. Were they? I can't remember. So. Just spent half the day troubleshooting my 2.4Y end stop being triggered at all times. Was it a wiring issue? Do you have it wired up incorrectly? Does the enclosed RatRig come with sand? No, it comes with, these parts are all ASA. These are all ASA parts. So it's umbilical on this too. Yeah, all the parts are printed in, and they came with the kit. So I'm pretty sure how it is, if you buy the enclosed kit, you get ASA parts, but this is the filament. So it's RatRig green from 3DO filaments. Which I need this because I got to print a different fan shroud for the EVA. Because I've got the camera. We're going to be putting the nozzle cam in here. The 3DO nozzle cam is going in this. So. Yeah, they sent it to me a while ago. I was tempted to put it in one of my Vorons, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put it in the RatRig, because then I don't have to figure out what camera to put in the RatRig. Eva, Ava, Eva. I'm gonna say it like Wally says it. Eva. The only problem with nozzle cams, you only see what the nozzle sees. So if you're printing like 6 inches up in the air and your print starts warping, you're probably not going to see it on a nozzle cam. That's the problem with the nozzle cams. And it's why I don't run nozzle cams really, because they make really cool footage, but I don't think it's super practical a lot of times. Like all my printers get good first layers. So monitoring first layers, you don't really need a nozzle cam for that. And then once the print, you know, you're printing this high up, if something fails down here, especially on like, if the nozzle cam's face like this, okay, you're printing this and your nozzle cam's right here and it's looking at the nozzle and your print starts warping up here at the bottom, right? That it's starting to go. You're never going to see that on a nozzle cam. So what do we get at 50,000 subscribers? I don't know. Another live stream? We'll do a live stream. We don't do those on this channel that often. Mostly for fun? Yeah, pretty much. Nozzle cam on stealth burner looks ugly. There's only so many places you can put it, really. That's the problem. Gonna add weight to the head. Dweens, you must be new here. I don't think you're new here, but a gram chaser, I am not. I really don't care about extra weight on a tool head. I run full-size stealth burners with full-size LGXs on 2 of my machines that I use the most. I really don't care about a little bit extra weight. Why the printed parts for the LED strips are missing in the Voronezh? Because it's not a stock thing. It's not a stock thing. They're mods. They're not a stock thing. Right strap is twisted. Thank you for the engagement. Gold if you go 2 floors down to look. Yeah, just tell it when you pause the print to just come all the way forward in front of your print and then come all the way down and hope you don't knock anything over. How's the quad flying? I don't know. The weather's been absolute shit, so I haven't been flying. Okay, let's do this giveaway. We got 1 minute here. So if you haven't entered, you got like 1 minute to enter. You can run multiple cameras. Yeah. Yeah, Clipper supports that. I'm pretty sure Octoprint does too. Okay, 4:45, so no more entries. If you missed your chance to enter, you'll have another chance on Friday. So let me copy all the names here. Got 600 and something entries, but not that many likes. So if you entered and didn't like the smash button, why you do this? Why would you do that? Why? Why? It's a plugin? Okay, there you go. Okay. This is part 3. We'll probably end up with, give me a number between 3 and 6. Give me a number between 3 and 6. 3 and 6. H-Store, you put 8. That's not a number between 3 and 6. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, the computer algorithm knows, and the winner will get an email from me after the stream ends. Ronald DHS. Ronald DHS. Oh, no. Control F, Control V. There you go. Congratulations, Ronald DHS. You will get an email from me after the stream ends. Fill out the form, get your filament. Congratulations. Yay. Everyone golf claps in chat. Golf claps in chat. Do we have a golf clap emoji? We got a clap emoji. Clap. Yeah, we got a clap emoji. It's not as fancy as the not as fancy as the Twitch emojis, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna end it there. I gotta go figure out dinner, make a pizza, and I'm starving. So shout out to RatRig for the kit we are building. Shout out to Mandela, although we haven't got to the bed yet. But again, they sent me this kit. Words and opinion are my own. No contract. YouTube disclosure spiel. Blah blah blah. Not influenced. You know the spiel. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament that we gave away every stream. Check all of them out and more. Links in the description as well. Some of them are affiliate links, go towards supporting the channel, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. And for those that donated to the channel, became members of the channel, or gifted memberships to others, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make it all possible. So I'm gonna go make dinner for the fam. I will see you on Friday for a print and chill stream of some sort. We'll figure out what's going on. So yeah, be safe out there. Wash your hands. If it's snowing where you are, have fun shoveling your driveways.